Hello everyone, welcome back to the Undercut podcast. Today we're going to be talking about, there's been a lot of things that have happened over the last week or so. We've got HULKENBERG, we've got Adrian Newey to talk about, Christian Horner and Toto Wolff going at each other again. Obviously we've got Andretti, their bid to get into the sport as well. More news about them.
Antonelli.
Got Williams and Antonelli. There's so much that that's happened this last week or so. So, let's just get straight into it, shall we? Nico Hulkenberg to Sauber in 2025.
Straight into it. Nico Hulkenberg, I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not either. There was rumours, wasn't there?
You expected it coming for quite some time. You knew it was happening.
Yeah.
In your predictions, whenever we predicted it was Hulkenberg, Sauber, Audi, done.
Yeah.
Not surprised. What the question is, though, who's teammate?
Yes.
That's the question.
It's a big question. One thing I do want to say quickly, though, on Nico Hulkenberg is that it's really sad that he never got a top drive in the peak of his career. Because he was meant to join Ferrari at one point. There was that connection there back in the day. But obviously now it seems like potentially he could be going to Audi, which are looking to be a top competitor. So that could be quite interesting, actually.
It's a chance for him.
Yeah,
it's a real chance.
A last ditch chance. But yeah, who does he replace out of Bottas? So Bottas and Joe obviously can't both be there next year. Who does he replace?
My choice would be Joe right now.
Yeah. Do you reckon the reason they haven't announced it is because they're trying to see out of Bottas and Joe who gives them the best?
I don't think we're going to see an announcement for his teammate until after mid-season break.
I don't think we will until...
It's going to be a while.
I don't think we will until Abu Dhabi.
No, I think it'll be before... You know that November break that we're getting before Vegas?
Yeah. It
could be around then.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was then, but I don't know. It feels to me more of a situation where they'll announce it at the end of the season.
I know, but I think Bottas will want some clarification before then.
He will, but...
Bottas will push for clarification. Like, you can't leave drivers in the lurch that long for next season.
You can,
but I don't think. I think it'll be a heavy push from Bottas to know before. What's
interesting for me is this a case of we're talking about who is he replacing, who's staying? Is this a situation where potentially both of them might get replaced?
Yeah.
Could we maybe even see Carlos Sainz?
Yeah, it's a possible. You don't know where Carlos is going because obviously you've got the Red Bull rumours of Helmut Christian offering Sainz a deal, but not big as an Audi deal.
And the Mercedes are there as well.
Mercedes are there looking at drivers as well. So you can't discount Sainz from Audi, but if you've got a choice of Audi, Red Bull, and Mercedes deal,
yeah, I'm not going to Audi. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Put that right off. I ain't going anywhere near that shit.
But obviously the rumours that Helmut's come out and said that Red Bull can't match the Audi deal.
You must be throwing a lot of money at it.
Yeah, but Christian's saying he's got no idea what deal's been thrown around.
Well, this is the thing. There's a whole... Red Bull are just in disarray at the moment, and we'll get onto that as well, actually, because there's a massive Toto versus Christian debate at the moment. But... Helmut is said, that Sainz is on their radar, and obviously the rumours of him going to Audi are strong.
Yeah.
And obviously Mercedes are looking. But is it a question of who is Hulkenberg replacing, or is it a question of who is also going to be partnering Hulkenberg, replacing both of Bottas and Zhou? Because let's be honest, Bottas coming to the end of his career, Zhou maybe not performing on the best level.
You keep saying Bottas coming to the end of his career.
I think he is. I really do.
But yeah, I know. But you've got Alonso just signed a new 2-year deal.
Yeah, but
you've got Hamilton who's saying he's going to be racing well into his 40s now.
Yeah, but
drivers last longer than what they used to.
They do, but Bottas, I've just got this feeling that I just feel like he just doesn't give a shit.
I don't know. I think.
I don't think he cares.
I
anymore.
think Bottas will still be around for 2, 3, 4 more years.
All right. Oh, Bottas. Realistically, I think what we can both agree on is Bottas is the safe option. if they can't get Sainz, Bottas is your safe option.
If they can't get Sainz, Bottas is the next best option. He is the next best option. He's not just a safe option. He is the best option other than Sainz.
Well, I'd argue that the best option might be a younger driver, but that also comes with risk, doesn't it? As well, as we've seen with Logan Sargent and many other young drivers.
You're very much advocating Teo Pourchaire, though.
Yeah, Teo Pourchaire. He's a man. I'm also thinking as well, still with the Ferrari tyres at this moment in time, I'm still thinking the likes of if Ollie Behrman can't get in Haas.
Ollie Behrman.
Which looks like he will.
He's in Haas.
Looks like he very much will. But if he can't, he could go there. You've still got the likes of Robert Schwartzman. You've got all different drivers in Ferrari Academy that I think could go in there. Whether you think they do better at Bottas is a different question. But still, I'm an advocate for, I think, if Bottas doesn't perform this year, he's still a safe option for 2025 because Bottas and Hulkenberg does sound like a very good driver pairing, realistically. Very experienced, very quick.
Bottas is performing this year.
But I would very much... We've got a long way to go. But I'm very much like, okay, well, maybe give young drivers a chance. But either way, I think Bottas is the safe option. Yeah, but then your risk
is, what if Hulkenberg don't perform?
Well, that's it, isn't it? These are the risks that you have to play with. These are the risks that you have to play with.
I think if you're coming in, you're a new team, your best option is 2 experienced drivers.
Yeah.
For the first year, see what happens between them. If it goes well between them, keep them. If it doesn't, one of them's gone.
Yep.
Get a young driver in.
Yeah.
But your best option would be Bottas and Hulkenberg, or Hulkenberg and Sainz.
When I first saw Audi were coming in, my first thought process was the ideal lineup for Audi is Carlos Sainz as the number 1 and Teo Pourchaire as the young inexperienced number 2. And that, I think, works really well because you've got a driver in there who knows what he's doing. He's a race winner. He could lead that team to a championship potentially if they've got the car to do so. And Teo Pourchaire, it's a risk, but he's a quick young driver who deserves a chance in Formula 1. But then he went with Hulkenberg, which was interesting. And there's nothing wrong with that because Hulkenberg's a very good driver. Very, very good driver. But once again, it's now a question of who pairs him. So I don't know. We don't know. There's many options they have, but we'll just have to see what they go with.
It's a risk going for a young driver because obviously we've seen Albon's not at the level of Hulkenberg, right? But Albon's experienced. Not in experience level.
Okay.
In experience level, not.
No.
In experience level, he's not as experienced.
No, he's
as
not. No, went there.
He is experienced enough now.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing. You put in Logan, rookie.
Yeah.
And you do see the experienced driver clearly through the rookies at the back.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a new team coming into F1,
yeah,
brand new, you want 2 top heads to get your car up the field. You don't want dilly-dallying at the back, being stuck in the mud, trying to juggle a rookie who maybe flops like Logan has, plus an experienced driver who was out of the sport for a year or 2. So you've got to look at it in that way. In a team's perspective, they would be better off having 2 experienced drivers to start with. Yeah, then maybe look at a rookie coming in, like a Pourchaire, a Schwartzman, something like that. But an experienced set of hands, capable. And Bottas is capable of getting podium. Hulkenberg, we don't know yet because he's not got one.
Nope.
But they're capable. They know what they're doing. And I think that would be the best bet, especially as a new team coming into F1. Obviously, they've got Sauber know what they're doing, but it's Audi and it's the Audi people.
Yeah.
They are new.
Yeah, they are new.
So 2 experienced drivers will help them much more than having an experienced and a rookie to then juggle, as we've seen with Logan. And there's many more examples over the years of that.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a risk because I can give you many examples of where rookies have worked out.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen,
there are.
Valtteri Bottas himself.
There are. Hang on. You're going in. Lewis Hamilton came into McLaren, well established.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? These are well established teams already.
No, Max, Toro Rosso, Vettel.
Yeah, but Toro Rosso are backed by Red Bull.
Yeah, but
Toro Rosso are backed by Red Bull.
Yeah, but they were still bottom of the pack.
Yeah, but they're not brand new team, are they? Are they a brand new team? No.
Yeah, but Sauber, Audi will have all the people that works under Sauber.
I don't think they'll have all the people,
All the engineers, everyone on site, they will be the same people.
I know, but people are getting confused, and I want to clear this up. It's not Audi Sauber. It isn't. It isn't Audi Sauber. It's Audi F1.
Yeah, but the team still knows what they're doing.
Yeah, but then it's up to Audi's discretion if they want them or not.
Yeah,
I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny. Half of that team, the way that Sauber have been, I'd fuck them all off.
Yeah, but right. Yeah, but now we're getting into business territory.
Getting into business territory.
You don't lay off all your employees straight away.
You don't. But
you see how they do for the first year.
I know, but look, Audi are going to come in with some form of plan that they think it's not going to be the full wholesale team. I can tell you that for free.
No, they'll have a plan. They'll have a plan to try and get to the top within the next 10 years. That's for sure.
Exactly.
They're probably aiming for the 2026 regulations. Really,
they'll want continuity, and I think their best bet will be Bottas and Hulkenberg.
No, I think at this point in time, their best bet is Hulkenberg and Sainz, but the Sainz looks a little bit unrealistic.
Yeah,
Bottas is the safe bet.
A rookie is a risk, but I think it's more than a risk if it was a rookie going to a Mercedes, or a rookie going to a Ferrari, or a rookie going to Red Bull, or to RB, or to Williams, for example. It's more of a risk because I think Audi are brand new. There is going to be a load of new people, and it's not going to be, everyone's from Sauber, you're just Audi. It's going to be a lot of people from Sauber, but there's going to still be a new load of people come from Audi who haven't been in F1 at all.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. I mean, another example, a rookie who worked out very well, actually came in at Sauber, Charles Leclerc. So, I mean, just saying...
Came in at Alfa Romeo.
It was the same team.
Yeah, but Alfa Romeo, Sauber.
That doesn't make any difference. It's the same people who worked under Alfa Romeo.
I know.
The team name doesn't matter.
All I'm saying is, Sauber's not going to be a thing. It's just Audi from now on, which I think it could lead to a few more layoffs than when Alfa Romeo, for example, came in and it was Alfa Romeo Sauber.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know their business. I'm not speculating.
No, I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is because Audi are coming to buy Sauber, it's going to be an Audi team. I can see it just year after year it being.
They're obviously going to implement the changes to.
Yeah.
It's like when Mercedes came in and bought Brawn.
Yeah.
But obviously they didn't get rid of everyone. But I imagine the team looks drastically different now. Well, it's obviously it's like 13 years ago, 14, 15.
Yeah, exactly. 2013.
2010.
2010.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
2010.
A long time ago now.
And that changed quite drastically, did it not?
Yeah.
What was it, Jensen and Barrichello? 2009.
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah, but they got Jensen got.
I know Jensen got
McLaren and Barrichello got Williams. Well, doesn't seem like much of an achievement. Anyway, let's move on to Adrian Newey then. So this is not confirmed, by the way. We want to push this out there. This is not confirmed. Adrian Newey isn't confirmed to be leaving.
Yet.
But
soon will be.
It's like 99% locked in. There's no been breaking. Usually the way you can tell is if usually the way you can tell, this is how I kind of view it, is if Sky Sports post about it, it means it's very reliable.
Which they have.
95% upwards, it's probably going to happen. Which they have. Because they don't report on the silly rumours and stuff.
No.
They might talk about it in the F1 podcast that they do, but they don't make an official statement about it. Which they have with Adrian Newey. How you know it's 100% happening is when F1 post about it. Now, F1 haven't posted about it. F1 haven't confirmed it. We know it's still rumours. We know it's still not locked in, but 95% sure. I'm pretty sure this is going to happen. Adrian Newey. 4% though. I don't know. It's in that range. Adrian Newey is set to leave Red Bull. It's pretty much locked in at the end of the season. Which, to be fair, we predicted this. We said.
We have said.
earlier in the season, we were like, Adrian Newey could genuinely dip here. And I think this is when the rumours were coming out that if Horner leaves, there's some kind of clause in Newey's contract. That potentially could be the case. We don't know.
Yeah, but Horner's not leaving. Apparently, Newey, allegedly, he's not happy with Horner being there.
Yeah, so this is like this clause that we were talking about.
Yeah, but the clause would be if Horner goes, Newey goes.
Yes, yeah, sorry, no.
Newey's not happy that Horner's still there.
So he doesn't want to extend
his contract. So Newey wants to go.
So it's all imploding at Red Bull.
Yeah.
Absolutely imploding.
And there's still Helmut.
First and foremost, my question is, if Adrian Newey leaves, where does that leave Red Bull in 2026? Because 2025, I reckon they'll be fine.
Where does it leave them in 2026?
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. Obviously, it's not just Newey that builds that car.
No, that's what we have to remember.
For people who don't understand, it's not just Newey. So they've still got a very, very top bunch of people building their car. Obviously, Adrian Newey's the chief head executive, Don.
He oversees it all.
He oversees everything.
He knows what he's doing.
His word's final. If you don't like it, he's fucking it off. But it's not like it's going to be, Newey's gone, they don't know how to build a car, they're going to come in and the car's going to look like it's from fucking 2004 or something.
Well, that'd be pretty quick, actually. Sorry, Karen.
Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be a drastic change.
No.
They'll have a concept. I'm pretty sure they'll already have a concept for 2026 that Newey's drafted up.
Yeah, Newey will have already built a concept for 2026.
So they'll already have something there. Obviously, they're not then going to have Newey's input on updates, redesigns, stuff like that now.
So this is my prediction with it. Next year, I reckon they'll be fine.
Oh, God, yeah.
But I reckon
Ferrari are going to be dead close next year.
Ferrari will be closer, and I think McLaren will be closer next year. Mercedes potentially.
I just don't know where
Aston potentially. But I think Red Bull will be fine next year. I think they'll still win the championship quite comfortably in the end. But they won't have as many updates, like you said. 2026, I reckon Adrian Newey's already given them a concept. So I think they'll be at the front at the very least. But I think we might start to see a decline from Red Bull potentially if Adrian Newey ends up going to one of the teams we'll talk about in just a moment. Or if, obviously, the Red Bull can't keep up because Adrian Newey's influence was that big. We're about to see... It's interesting. We're going into a period of the sport where we're about to see how big Adrian Newey's influence actually is.
Yeah. How long's he been at Red Bull now? 10, 20 years?
He's been at Red Bull since 2005.
So, almost 20 years?
Yes. Adrian Newey, before then, was at McLaren and helped build the 1998-99 Mika Hakkinen winning car. So, bear in mind, he's the GOAT. He hasn't just built several Red Bulls that have won titles. He's also built McLarens that have won titles as well. So, we've got to remember that.
And what's important to remember, obviously, Mercedes came into the turbo hybrid era. You don't know where I'm going with this, do you?
No, I have no idea.
Mercedes came into the turbo hybrid era, didn't they? Miles ahead.
Yes.
I don't think we can underestimate the impact that Adrian Newey had on developing, upgrading, and getting that Red Bull car. Not only ahead of the Ferraris by the end, but challenging to win the Constructors' title by the last year of that.
And for a big portion of 2021, Red Bull had the fastest car.
Yeah. Comments. I've been seeing that a lot in the comments. People have been discussing about 2021. What? Not YouTube.
Instagram
They've
comments
been going
catching strays
into 2021 again, and there's a lot of deluded Max fans. I've touched on this already. Deluded Max fans.
Oh, fuck it out.
There's a lot of them who are saying, "Oh, Lewis had the fastest car. Max didn't have anywhere near the fastest car and still won." One, Max had the fastest car for, I would say, 60%.
Well,
of the season.
I'd give it 50-50. It was very track.
It was close.
It was track.
It was close, but I would say overall, yeah. And then he's saying, Max deserved to win the title anyway because he won more races than Lewis. Now, without FIA intervention, Lewis and Max would have had level on the same amount of wins. Just saying.
Why are we going into 2021?
Because it riled me up, and you went into it. I will stop in a minute. I will stop. So, yeah. What I was saying was Adrian Newey was a big part of making that car.
Yes,
great
he was.
again.
Yeah, he was. He was a big part of it, and he's obviously a huge part of the success they've now got in the what do we even call this era? I don't know. I don't know, what even is this era called? I mean, the turbo. This is technically still the turbo hybrid era.
Low rate.
The low rate turbo hybrid era. So, yeah.
Newey, he doesn't just build good cars; he develops shit cars into good cars.
Quote that. That's a good quote. Put it up on the wall. Don't do that.
New setup.
No. Yeah, no, that's what Adrian Newey does. So, without a shadow of a doubt, Red Bull won't be able to make that sort of progress. But we'll see how much influence Adrian Newey has had. I have no doubt in my mind that they will fall off because it's been proven several times. I mean, just look, right. Obviously, McLaren didn't fall off when Adrian Newey left completely.
No.
They had a few rough years without any success until we're looking at 2007-8. Where they kind of got back there with Ferrari. But Adrian Newey generally, he made a major impact when he left and he went to Red Bull. When he went to Red Bull, he obviously worked on that car, worked with the budget he had for a few years, and then come 2009, hit the blocks running with the new concepts.
And
with
they went 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, and won. So I mean, Adrian Newey has that kind of stature. So. Now let's talk about where he might go. So there's 3 teams. What are those 3 teams, Jack?
I'm putting all my money on Ferrari.
So we got Ferrari.
We've got Ferrari. We've got Mercedes. We've got Aston Martin. All my money's going on Ferrari.
So at the moment, what the rumor F1 insiders have claimed that at the moment Ferrari is looking like the most appeasing deal. They are in the latest stages of the negotiation.
Apparently they've already had talks at Maranello. And
Yes.
Maranello are very confident.
We know, based on a meeting not a meeting, but a conversation he had with Lawrence Stroll a few weekends ago.
Yes, they've had a meeting.
That apparently he has offered him the largest sum of money. He has been offered a very large sum of money.
But Adrian said no.
But Adrian apparently has said no, or they're still in negotiating terms. Ferrari looks the most along. Mercedes, I haven't heard anything about Mercedes, but Mercedes...
nothing from Mercedes.
It was thrown in there, wasn't it, Mercedes?
I mean, what I will say, which would give Aston Martin and Ferrari an edge, there has been a lot more, like, the interviews that he did quite a while ago now, Adrian Newey. He has said he would have liked to have worked with Fernando or Lewis in his time.
Yeah.
Which obviously, both Aston Martin, Ferrari.
Uh-huh.
So it might give them the edge over Mercedes in terms of he might look at the drivers who are there and be like, I kind of want to go and work with them.
All I'm saying, right, is Fred Vasseur is cooking.
Fred is
cooking.
You know the Thanos meme when he's collecting all the Infinity Stones?
That's
what he's doing.
He's like Leclerc, Hamilton, Adrian Newey.
It's coming.
Oh, mate. No, honestly, Fred is genuinely cooking for 2026. So new regs are coming in, right? New regs announced. Ferrari appoint Fred Vasseur over Mattia Binotto. Ferrari do pretty decent last year. They've made a great start this year, close to Ferrari. They've signed Lewis Hamilton from 2025 onwards to get to know the team before the 2026 regs. Adrian Newey leaves Red Bull, and it looks like they're about to sign Adrian Newey. Ferrari are cooking, man. They're cooking.
All I'm saying is, if Ferrari fans, be excited.
It's an exciting time.
It's an exciting time for you.
I am genuinely shitting myself.
And I'm glad that I am a Ferrari fan.
You've converted.
What do you mean converted? I have been a Ferrari fan for quite some time. You know I have.
I'm not a Ferrari fan.
I wouldn't say I'm a diehard Ferrari fan. I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan.
Yes.
But I've never really been a Mercedes fan. I've been a Lewis Hamilton fan.
Yes.
Same with me. I've always liked Ferrari. I have liked McLaren. I've despised Red Bull and will continue to do so.
Yeah.
And Aston Martin, I despise you, especially Lawrence.
Yeah, but that's just a Lawrence Stroll issue.
And Lance. The Strolls.
It's the Stroll issue. It's the Stroll issue.
Yeah. No, it's Aston Martin. They're just a bunch of... I just look at them, a bunch of wankers, aren't
Man, bro, why are they catching strays, fam?
I don't like him.
Either way, no, I understand that though, but it's really hard for me because my favourite driver is Lewis Hamilton, but he's going.
But you're not a fan of Ferrari.
No, because I'm a McLaren fan.
You're a McLaren fan.
And as a McLaren fan, people won't remember. He isn't prevalent nowadays. No one even talks about it. But as a McLaren fan, our massive rivals for 30, 40 years, up until I'd say probably the late or the early 2010s, was Ferrari. We despised each other. It was McLaren versus Ferrari, and for a time in the 90s and 80s, it was Williams as well.
Yeah.
We despised.
Yeah.
And Hamilton's going to Ferrari, and I know it's not as prevalent as a rivalry nowadays. It's more Red Bull kind of versus Mercedes and Ferrari, but like, it's hard.
I mean, I've always loved the Ferrari. The thing that got me more into McLaren was Hamilton.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
and then
I stuck with McLaren now.
Hamilton went to Mercedes, and obviously I followed Hamilton to Mercedes, but Mercedes didn't hook me like McLaren did. So I've got a soft spot with McLaren still, but I've always liked the Ferrari all the way.
Yeah,
all the way through.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad that Hamilton's gone to Ferrari because it just gives me more peace of mind.
Well, no, I think to be fair, after the Red Bull dominance for me, for my kind of my hatred for Ferrari kind of dwindled, and then it reignited when Vettel and Hamilton went at it in 2017-18. I was like, fucking Ferrari. But then...
Oh, no, I didn't like Vettel, but I didn't mind Ferrari.
No, I liked Vettel, but I didn't... Ferrari's... But then it dwindled again. When Red Bull had been dominating. So Hamilton going to... I wouldn't mind seeing Hamilton beat Red Bull in a Ferrari, to be honest with you. But it's a difficult situation.
What you want,
Hamilton
ideally,
McLaren.
What you want... Well, yeah, that. But what you want is Hamilton to win the drivers, but McLaren to win the constructors in 2026.
Yes.
That's what you want.
I would love that. If Oscar and Lando can pull through, win the constructors for McLaren, and Hamilton can win the drivers, sound, mate.
You're happy.
Sound. But that would require Leclerc to not do too well, which I like Leclerc. So.
I like Charles. See, you're in a predicament there. You like both of the Ferrari drivers, and you like a Fred as well.
I love Fred. I love Fred. Fred's my G.
Do you want a Ferrari top?
I might just be a Ferrari fan. I might just be in denial. I might just be a Ferrari fan.
You are.
Shit.
Well, let's be real. Like, no matter how much people say they hate Ferrari, at the end of the day, we're all Ferrari fans because of the history that they bring.
Yeah. F1 wouldn't be F1 without Ferrari. No, but it's just it's not as big as like a Manchester United Liverpool rivalry, is it? You know what I mean? Like
fuck you, Scousers.
Fucking hell, man. Jeez, catching strays, man.
We don't like the Liverpool.
No, but it's not like that. It's not like that with
United
McLaren Ferrari. No, it's nowhere near like that.
It's
nowhere near like that. But it's still like a rivalry, innit? Either way, we've got very off topic.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ferrari, though, obviously Adrian Newey we think is going to go there, but they've got a new title sponsor.
HP Sauce.
Yeah, HP Sauce. No, not HP Sauce. The real HP. Well, they're both real.
HP.
Yeah.
Purchase.
So it's going to be now known as Scuderia Ferrari HP for the rest of the season. Which, to be fair,
ketchup.
Yeah. To be fair, it with some of the team names that we've got this year, i.e. Visa Cash App RB and also Kick Stake Sauber, Scuderia Ferrari HP ain't too bad. I can live with that.
No, and no one's really going to call it Scuderia or HP. Like, it's Scuderia Ferrari now.
Yes.
No one calls it Scuderia Ferrari.
No.
No one's going to call it Scuderia Ferrari HP. We're all still going to call it Ferrari.
Yeah.
So it changes nothing.
The only one that really sucks is RB because you can't call them anything else.
RB?
Yeah.
Or V-Carb.
Yeah, no one calls them V-Carb. Yeah, so...
I'm making a movement.
No, don't you fucking dare.
I'm making a movement. V-Carb.
No, fuck it off. I've already ranted too much about that pre-season. I don't have to go through that again.
And the fact that Alpine are black. Yeah, move on. Come on.
Okay. The next one is Kimi Antonelli to Williams. So we made a video about this. So if you want to see a full discussion, a full breakdown of the whole Logan Sargent situation, make sure to go watch that video. We'll leave a link somewhere in the video description or in the top right-hand corner. But just quickly passing over, there's been major rumours that he is to replace Logan Sargent for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, aka Imola.
Impossible.
But it's impossible because to get an F1 Super License, which is what you need to drive an F1 car, race in the championship, is you have to be 18.
We could do it.
Right. We could. Legally. We can. Kimi Antonelli, however, cannot, even though he's a Formula 2 driver. And the reason is because he's born 25th of August 2006, which obviously makes him 17 years of age at this current point in time. So next season, obviously the rumours of him going to Mercedes or potentially Williams next season can happen. Could happen, right? Not at the realms of possibility. Maybe even a mid-season swap. Could happen, right? Don't get me wrong. Right now, he cannot drive for Williams in Imola. It's impossible. Absolutely impossible. People will say, well...
Could drive for Williams in Monza, then?
He could. Yeah, it's totally possible. People will say, well, Max Verstappen did. But they changed the rules after Max came in.
Rules change, people.
They changed it because Max was way too young. So Max basically holds that record and it'll never be broken.
Pretty much, forever. Unless they change it again.
Unless they change it, I don't see them changing it again. But
I don't see them changing it again. But like, imagine if there's like some Don who comes through 16, and they're like tearing up F2 by like 30 seconds every race.
They're like, gotta get this guy in.
Like, at that point, it's like,
yeah, FIA, please just change the rules. Yeah, so it's that's that. That's just a quick... We did a whole breakdown on Logan Sargent and everything as well.
There's a whole video out there.
Which we won't get into because it's a debate that's raging on this season. But either way, let's move on to Andretti. So obviously we know Andretti making a bid to come into F1. They are now having a meeting with FOM at the Miami Grand Prix, which is interesting.
Fuck off, mother.
And it is... What? What?
FOM.
Fuck off. You were thinking about that one, weren't you? God's sake. It is said that this, though, is going to be their final attempt, or one of their... It's going to be their biggest attempt to try and get into Formula 1.
And I think they'll do it.
You think they will?
I think we'll see Andretti in Formula 1 soon.
Do you not think they'll just sod it and buy Haas? No? Because if they buy Haas, I mean, they get their employees and the infrastructure.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do. I mean, it could just be me wanting an 11th team. Because I do want an 11th team.
Yeah.
But it could just be me wanting that. But I just see Andretti getting this bid right, and I don't see Formula 1 being able to stop it.
The thing with Andretti is that they've been rejected once.
They're not going to stop. It was pretty stupid why they were rejected as well.
Yeah,
which we touched on earlier, months ago, by the way. So
we did.
Scour through our videos, please.
I think personally, I've had this lingering thought for the past few months that I think the reason they were rejected wasn't because of the FIA and FOM and Formula 1. I reckon it's because of the teams that already exist.
Obviously, new team, restructured budgets.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think the teams have gone, you tell them they can get in, I reckon some of them have threatened, like, hey, we're going to do this or we're going to do that. Because the teams right now hold a lot of power in F1.
Yeah.
Especially Ferrari, Williams and McLaren, M3. They hold a lot of power. Red Bull and Mercedes are getting to that point as well.
I would say Mercedes are already at that point. And I'd say Red Bull are already at that point.
They hold a lot of power. And
Mr. Toto Wolff holds a lot of power.
Oh, he does hold a lot of power. But these teams already established, and because F1 were like, we want to protect and preserve the 10 teams we have, which means, because if an 11th team comes in, that means that you have to split the prize pot that they've got already into 11 portions. Now, granted, the 11th team probably won't get a lot, but that means that a very small but maybe significant percentage from the top team is going to
be coming
away from them. So
at the end of the day, the world revolves around money, and so does Formula 1.
Money and attention.
That's all the teams care about.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Yep. I mean, as a fan, I want an 11th team. So, final thing. What's the final thing?
Toto and Christian Horner dispute.
Toto.
So we've gone through a lot of topics, but Toto and Christian Horner, obviously going back and forth. Still,
it's been raging.
Tiring, man. I'm sick of it.
Since what?
Since 2021, man.
Before then, it was the fucking DAS system.
Oh, so sick and tired of these two. It's so annoying as well because so Toto is obviously looking at Max, and then Christian's going, "Oh, he should stop looking at the driver market and look at his own car." This is quite funny.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong at all. No, he's not wrong.
He isn't wrong, but I don't know. I mean, these are the sort of things that I hate Christian for. Like, I hate him.
Oh, he's just not nice, is he?
Honestly, he's just an absolute twat. He is. There's no beating around it. Like, he is.
He's not nice. He's not a nice person.
And
I'm not a big fan of him.
I don't know what to say about it. He's just a generic twat.
And what I find really annoying as well is that, like, Christian can take this high ground that he's taking now, but when Toto and Mercedes were
dominant, he was just a windbag.
When he was being when Mercedes were initiative with the whole DAS system, he was complaining like a little bitch. Like a bitch.
Absolute whingebag.
So you can't have your cake and eat it too. And I know drivers and team principals and stuff will moan when it's not going well and will be on the high horse when it's going well.
Of course.
But
he's just a little twat.
It's so like no other team principal does it more than Christian Horner, and it's so annoying.
He is really annoying.
And fair, Toto to an extent does it as well. It's pissing me off.
Toto's starting to annoy me a lot more now.
It's just like, shut up, man. Like, we get the car's shit. Just race, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way,
this is why we all love Fred.
Yeah, I love Fred.
We all love Fred.
Fred's my favourite at the moment.
Fred's a don.
Fred is a don. I'd have a pint with Fred, I would.
Who wouldn't have a pint with Fred? I'm
I
sorry.
want a pint
Fred
with Fred.
is fucking...
I want a pint
We love
with
Fred.
We love Fred. We do love Fred. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, we're going to be live for the Miami sprint and qualifying and race
with another big man.
With the big man, Ethan. He's finally joining us. About fucking time.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on who's sitting where and what.
We'll figure that out. Don't you worry.
We're going to need a wider camera angle.
He's not that fat.
No, but like... I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm joking. He's not fat.
He's gonna watch this and he's just gonna see you've called him fat.
He's a big boy, eh?
Big chunks.
No, he's not. He's wham though. He's a construction worker, so he's like 10 times stronger than
I'll me and you fill this.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
We're gonna have to figure some out.
Oh well. Either way, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.